Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dig. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Terrapins offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Hussein. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And it's no good. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Hussein. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Bloomberg. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. To the ground with the back. The Terrapins get enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
He's going to pass. Makes a grab over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
After the misfire, now on second down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Maryland!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 71 yards down the field. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Second down coming up. Fast motion in the jet sweep. Great move there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 45, on his way. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. He's now up to 52 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. They'll throw it from the red zone. Still looking on the move. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Tar Heels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big buck.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards. And
he'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Terrapins! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Walker to throw. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They want to throw it. Trying to get to it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. A flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That incompletion brings up third down for the offense. To the air, it's Hussein. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The inside handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Caught near the sideline is King. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to power their way ahead. He now has 61 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Going deep. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got room on the return. The 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Bringing it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, my, circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Makes his connection. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first.
Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Terrapins. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in the position where you're about to give up points. Now you flip that around and you put points on the board. You perfectly execute. What are you doing in interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Walker will fire. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's It's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. A first down for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback moving. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Walker to throw. Release to the back. He's got him this time. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, North Carolina! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab outside. It's Bloomberg. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield, it's Hussein. He makes a grab. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wants to throw on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Walker will fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well.
They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Throws to the wideout. They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Back to throw, it's Hussein. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. Trying play action. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on second down. Feeling some heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking for a man. It's Hussein. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.